Hello everybody and welcome back to Kent Davidson Urban Adventures. The day is 02/01/21. In other words, 2nd of January 2021. It's 1 o'clock in the afternoon. No complaints with the weather. It's cold, but it's not raining. And I had to walk through that passageway as the build-up for this, which is the River Thames in central London, and showing you some great detail there on two or three of the bridges there, and the Shard, of course. Over there is the former Bankside Power Station, now the Tate Modern Art Museum, and connected of course by the Millennium Bridge running from south to north Bankside. And then looking east, some details and those supports there on those bridges, pretty magnificent. Right, shall we begin our walk?
Smith. So
yeah, much better day than yesterday. Zero chance of rain, so I anticipate getting at least 2 recordings in this afternoon, possibly 3, depending on whether I keep my ass moving or if I stop too many times, slow us down. And show you some details there. Queen Hythe goes back to the Saxon period, so just showing you that London is truly a city of many centuries, and I'm not going to attempt to read all that out because not that it's not interesting, but it will just slow us right down. But I will zoom you up. You can see the pedestrians there on the Millennium Bridge, and that tower there looks like a sort of lipstick, but I don't know what it's called, and the reconstructed Globe Theatre and some river traffic. See there's pretty impressive waves coming in from that craft. Okay, we better get ourselves moving there. Like that base there on the building there, sort of heavily water eroded on the sides there. Yeah, again, the problem in this part of London, as I've mentioned before, is just the uninspiring office blocks that you have to get past to get to the more interesting details. So I'll try to step up the pace when passing stuff of less interest. But we'll get ourselves onto the bridge, and I wanted to explore some of the South Bank area today. And in this part of London, you just have such interesting names for the lanes and things. Skew Lane, no access to Thames Park, but there is a pub, Samuel Pepys, although of course today it ain't open. I noticed a lot more people around today, despite the government's admonition that we should all spend 2021 hiding under our beds like little children afraid of the bogeyman. Some of us are out and moving around, which is a good sign. And I'm just able to catch that river craft there going underneath that bridge. And all along the river, these lampposts have these great fish details.
Yeah.
being a Pisces, I do like my fish. And here's a rather more magnificent specimen. And his friend just there. And face there. So most people would choose to walk on this Millennium Bridge just up there, which I've been across quite a few times. So I thought we would walk further along and cross on the next one, which I think is Blackfriars Bridge. Yeah, the sun certainly got some warmth in it for the beginning of January. And hopefully I can find some sort of decent sandwich stop, which I think I'll do after this first recording. Got to stop to show you him. And for those of you who watched my Ramble in a Ramble video, or the New River, Hearts, it was titled, "Pay attention when the sun appears in your picture." See if I'm not on the money in regards to my previous comments on that New River video. When we get there, I'll stop and show you some super close-up details of the undersides of the bridges here and some of the supports, because they are pretty impressive architectural endeavours. just stop here just to show you a bit of that. They were obviously the bases or the supports of a previous bridge, a previous structure. So some great river action for you there. Now let's get across this bridge, and just admiring there the maroon or burgundy finish on those cross supports with the sort of gold enamel or brass circular badges there, just super nice. And of course in the past they would have been all sort of sparkling at the beginning of its opening. And there's my friend again. Okay, let's get along this bridge. And in fact, before I do so, I need to just show you up close and personal these circular bits here. And as you can see, the one in the center is a slightly different design to the one to its left and the one to its right. Would be quite dreadful, wouldn't it, if the phone mysteriously jumped out of its stick and landed in the water. Not sure I would be jumping in after it, but would well, who knows? Not much of a plan there if it's in the water, is there? And there I can show you a bit more detail from looking above. So obviously some people have made the jump, but it's got to be pretty desperate to do so. I'll show you the train there going across. And St Paul's Cathedral there, just making itself known there. Dome. Breathing in the great winter air. And there you get a good look at those uprights. Yeah, I have no idea what this tower is here. It's pretty new. It's quite smart, I guess. As I've said previously with London, one style, one era is just dumped upon the other one, so it doesn't make for a pleasing organic whole, but it's certainly interesting, ducking and diving between the different historical periods, the different styles, moods and looks. But I crossed this particular bridge on this side to show you something that I first discovered maybe a couple of weeks back, and it's a pretty impressive detail. So I thought, we need to get Urban Adventures onto this one. So in a few seconds I'll show you what I mean. That's what I mean. It's the London, Chatham and Dover Railway in Victor, it says there, and the date of 1864, with a white rose and a crown above it. So that is a pretty impressive piece of Victorian work there, on this stone support there. And some pretty pleasant blue sky. And all along here you've got some examples of the history of this area. Blackfriars Bridge by Thomas Moulton, 1797. And there's that. From the Illustrated London News, 1863.
We come under here and then
So now I'm on the south bank, just looking across the river here. And off we go.
it's the same job that I'm just here for.
Oh, the van, yeah, like, yeah. And so he could, yeah, he was nominated.
And there's quite a nice view there of that boat in the sunlight.
But that's the thing, like they keep thinking of making these decisions based on them, or like people keep thinking of doing all these nice things for them. I'm like, no, I just
And you can see what I mean by the changing light on the dome of St Paul's Cathedral, how when the sun is directly on it, it's sort of bright silver and then becomes a dull metal grey when the sky is overcast.
No, it's not real great. I think you're back.
And then normally one could go out on this structure to get a close-up look at the river, but it's closed at the moment. Right, I think we've done the river. Let's go off piste now, and I want to show you some of the back streets on this south bank, which I did cover a little bit in previous videos, but there's one particular detail that I didn't record that I want to get back to today, which we'll have a look at, and that will end the recording. I'm just casing these parks, seeing if they'll make suitable lunch stops at the end of this recording, and I think they may well do. And love the detail on this pub here, these two lights on the Thirsty Bear. So we're on Stamford Street, and something called the London Nautical School. So that's a bit different.
I'll get some of those.
Very focused. And this is what I wanted to end with. Anthony Bourdain. Great man, died tragically, of course, in 2018, but he will be remembered for his bold and engaging approach to life. And I'm a particular fan of his work in India and Southeast Asia, his cooking shows, but more than food, of course. They're about travel, they're about people and communities. So cool dude, great man, and tragically died too early. And there's a quote from him: "Context and memory play powerful roles in all the truly great meals in one's life." So you've been watching Kent Davidson Urban Adventures. I'll sign off now and see you next time. Bye bye.